99% of men do not know the secret of women. This phrase may sound exaggerated, even arrogant, but just observe how most men behave around women to realize that there is truth here. For centuries, men have tried to decipher the feminine mystery. They have created poems, books, songs, theories, and even dating manuals. Many believe the secret lies in rehearsed words, calculated gestures, or ready-made formulas. Others think it is merely about beauty, status, or money. But what almost everyone overlooks is precisely what matters most: what women truly perceive, what they feel in silence, and what they rarely express in words. The mistake lies in thinking that the feminine secret can be explained in a logical and simple way. Men like logic, rules, shortcuts. They want to know what to say, when to say it, how to act, how to behave. They want ready-made formulas because it gives them a sense of control. But with women, control is exactly what you will never have if you follow this path. The secret is not about controlling, but about understanding. And understanding requires more than reasoning. It demands presence, sensitivity, and self-awareness. Imagine two men in the same environment. One is handsome, well-dressed, speaks loudly, trying to impress everyone with his stories. The other is ordinary, nothing extraordinary in appearance, speaks little, but his presence is solid. He does not strain, does not compete, does not try to prove anything. Gradually, without realizing it, gazes begin to turn toward him. And many wonder, why? The secret lies in that detail which escapes 99% of men. It is not about what is shown, but about what is transmitted. It is not the mask that conquers, but the silent energy emanating from within. Women, contrary to what many believe, are not always evaluating only physical beauty or striking phrases. They perceive something deeper, the internal state of a man. A woman may not understand psychology, but she intuitively senses whether you are confident or just pretending. She notices in your eyes whether there is truth or fear hidden behind a mask of confidence. She observes in your posture whether you are whole or merely trying to be what she thinks she wants. The secret, therefore, is not in what you do to win her over, but in who you are, without needing to conquer. And this is precisely where 99% of men get lost, because most spend their lives trying to impress, seeking approval, trying to fit expectations. But when you live trying to prove something, you transmit neediness, and neediness is repellent. A woman may smile, may appear friendly, but internally she feels, this man needs validation, and I don't want to be the source of it. What truly attracts is not the desperate search for attention, but the silent independence of someone who does not need to please to be complete. Many men believe the secret of women lies in the famous tests they perform. And indeed, women test. But it is not a rational test. It is almost instinctive. She observes your reaction to a provocation, a silence, a look. She wants to feel if you destabilize or remain steady. It is not about giving the perfect answer, but about keeping your balance even when the game is not in your favor. That is the true test. Do you stay whole, or do you fall apart under pressure? And it is precisely this consistency that 99% of men cannot sustain. Another point few notice is that the secret of women is not something conquered only in moments of seduction. It also reveals itself in daily life, in small gestures, in how you treat others, in how you handle responsibilities, mistakes, and even victories. A woman observes how you react when frustrated, facing challenges, or when something goes wrong. Because deep down, she knows these moments reveal more about who you are than any beautiful words at a romantic dinner. It is easy to be confident when everything goes well, but it is rare to find someone who maintains presence even when life demands more than it gives. This is the secret that separates the ordinary man from the unforgettable man. Many also confuse the feminine secret with financial power or social status. Of course, these factors matter, but they are not decisive. How many rich, successful, powerful men have lost ground to someone ordinary, but with something different? What truly makes the difference is the vibration you transmit, your ability to be comfortable with yourself regardless of the situation. When a man does not need to prove he is great, that is when he truly becomes so. And here is another point that defeats 99% of men. They do not realize that women fall in love more with what they feel besides a man than what he shows. You can be handsome, intelligent, successful, but if she does not feel valued, safe, and inspired beside you, none of it matters. The secret is not just conquering, it is creating an experience. The 1% who understands this do not seek approval, but offer presence. They do not seek to be adored, but create connection. And connection cannot be faked, forced, or manipulated. Connection reflects what you build within yourself. This is the real challenge. Stop looking outward for techniques and start looking inward for solidity. Most men believe they need more money, more beauty, more muscles, more rehearsed lines. But what truly is lacking is not what one has, but who one is. When you are whole, lack ceases to exist. When you are aligned with yourself, the need for approval disappears. And when this happens, women notice instantly. It is as if your presence says, I do not need you to be complete, but I choose to be here. This is the secret. This is the point almost no one reaches. The man who understands this principle stops living in the game of insecurity. He does not compete with other men because he knows his presence is unique. He does not need formulas because he knows his truth speaks louder than any technique. And above all, he does not lose himself trying to please because real attraction is born from authenticity. And it is precisely this authenticity that makes the 1% different. While 99% try to be what they believe women desire, the 1% simply lives as he is. And this naturalness is irresistible. But attention! Understanding the secret does not mean you will have all the women in the world at your feet. That is not the goal. The goal is to attract those who truly resonate with who you are. Because when you live in truth, you repel those who are not aligned and attract those who truly value your essence. At this point, life becomes lighter because you no longer need to chase anyone. You become magnetic. And magnetism cannot be explained. It is felt. The secret of women is not written in manuals, cannot be memorized in phrases, cannot be bought in courses. It is silent, invisible, intangible. And precisely for this reason, 99% of men never reach it. But for the 1% who dares to look within, the secret ceases to be a mystery and transforms into power. The power to be whole, true, and free. And this power, no woman can ignore.